we today? So, it's Sunday afternoon, it's 10 to 2, I'm in Sunday clothes, comfy clothes, still got slippers on, and I decided that I wanted some onion soup. I love onion soup. And I thought, do you know what, and I was literally just going to whack it in, and then I thought, I might as well show you. I know lots of people probably know how to make onion soup, but maybe some of you don't. So, all I'm going to do, I've got a couple of onions. I also needed to use up some onions. Let's go for it. It's not exactly French onion soup because I'm putting a red onion in as well. Supposedly, Elaine is the French form of Helen. Who knows? I'm going with it. Anyway, I'm not going with French onion soup because I'm using 2 brown onions and 1 red. Why? Needs to be used up. That's number 1. Number 2, you're getting more colour in. So in this is going to be literally onions, garlic, ginger. Loads of brilliant anti-inflammatory things. So you might be watching this in spring, you might be watching this in the summer. I'm doing this on New Year's Eve. And you know, at this time of year, it's winter, you might have, by the way, I haven't even brushed my hair today, so I do apologise. Well, you know, it's always like this, isn't it? I've got so many more interesting things to do than, you know, brush my hair. Anyway, right, carry on as I go. So, what we're doing, yeah, this time of year, we might overindulge in foods, we might drink too much alcohol. Lots of those things are inflammatory, okay? Now, when I talk about inflammation on my programs, we talk quite a lot about it because inflammation, I think, is, you know, it's the cause of lots of different things, and we might not feel inflamed on the outside, but our digestive system can be on the inside, and if that's not working properly, then it doesn't matter how much good food and how much exercise you do, you know, if your insides aren't happy, nothing's happy. So, onions, garlic, brilliant anti-inflammatories. Now, I've put, that's one big one and one little one. In my pot, I've got a blob of butter and a bit of olive oil. I'm not exactly sure on the measurements, but don't worry. Let me just turn it up here. It's good to put garlic in, not in a boiling pan because it burns quickly. And yes, so I'm just waffling today. I'm having a real waffle day. So I mean, this is literally super simple. It's onions, garlic, ginger. What else have I got? I've got some salt, pepper, turmeric. I've got a bit of Worcester sauce, and I'm thinking today I might put a bit of balsamic in. I'm gonna wait and see though. So literally, I mean, you could do loads and loads. Oh, I've also got some stock. I had some stock. One thing left of stock in the freezer, so I've taken that out. That is defrosting, and that will be ready to go in as well. So it's always good. It's always good. Remember to have your stock in the freezer. So either veggie stock or bone broth, which is basically, you know, stock. You can drink that by itself, by the way, and it's brilliant for your digestive system. I know lots of people are like, again, we talk about it on my programs, and some people can stomach it. I can stomach it fine, like, do you really? I suppose I used to drink chicken bog roll when I was a kid, maybe that's why. But lots of people can't, and that's fine, but it's always good, oh, my eyes are going to go down. It's always good to have stuff in your freezer. And I'm sure there's a video on here somewhere from my phone book. Let me just get rid of this. Okay, so I'm literally just going to cut half moons. You can do it any way you like. Some people like bigger, you know, circly bits. Other people don't. So, the secret to this, right, is letting it kind of, really watch your eyes, letting it kind of caramelise in the pot with butter and a bit of oil. You could use coconut oil if you want. And I'm not going to have this video on the entire time because you would be bored shitless. Excuse my language. I just need time. So I will speed that bit up and I will be coming back to you. But we get it in the pot with the garlic, with the butter and the olive oil, and I'm just going to put in some ginger. I'm just going to cut the end of this ginger is brilliant for everything. Get ginger into everything. Right, so take the, oh goodness, watery eyes. Take the cut bits off and then you can just scrape down with a spoon. And that way, oh my goodness, my eyes. that way, you don't lose how, I can't actually see, I'm having to keep closing my eyes. You're not losing, oh, grand. Right, so, jeepers. Let's chop this up. I'm gonna have to chop them up. It's maybe not advisable to chop with your eyes shut, like I'm doing. Do it your way. I think we were actually taught years ago when I was at hotel school, hotel management. We were taught how to do it with our eyes shut, if I remember rightly. Right, so I'm going to whack that in. That's really lovely and gingery. Then I'm going to give it a stir. I can't bloody see. Jeez. Oh man. Right, where's my lid? So I'm going to turn it up. And I'm going to let that cook down. And that's the kind of secret to getting a lovely sort of sweet onions. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that for a little bit. Then I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. And then I'm going to come back to you. And we'll do the next bit. And it's literally that simple. It really is. So I'm going to let that cook for a bit before I put the other stuff in. Okay, see you in a minute. Hello, I'm back. I've been sitting, well, I've been kind of doing stuff. I was starting to make my seed crackers to go with my soup. And then I started to look at my Christmas present for my sister, my Jella book, and well, you know, whatever. Anyway, it is about nearly half an hour, and onions have been, pop, 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 pop. The onions have been cooking nicely. So I'm not sure if you can see this. They're kind of squidged down. They smell lovely. Garlic smells lovely. It's starting to brown a little bit. And I've got my stock. So this is leftover veggie stock that I had in the freezer. I'm going to put that in. I'm actually going to add some water because that was quite concentrated stock. Okay. Then we're literally just going to add some little bit of salt. Remember, we want our Himalayan salt, not sea salt, please. You don't want to be eating those horrible paper bags, plastic bags. Let me start. I'm going to put in. It does smell nice. Actually, it's the ginger. I'm getting the ginger. Whoa. Worcester sauce. I'm going to put some blobs of that in. I can't have onion soup without Worcester sauce. Oh, it smells lovely. Do I want some balsamic? Let me have a sip. Ooh, it's a new one. I've not opened it. Ooh, very exciting. I'm trying to decide. What's going on here? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Ah, there we go. There we go. Suddenly having a look to see all the things I can make tomorrow. I'm making Scottish stories. Mince and potatoes and onions and carrots for those. I could just put a little bit in. Just a little bit. Oh, that smells nice. Did I put my turmeric in? No, I don't think I did. I have to put turmeric in everything. Again, major anti-inflammatory. Now this might be a little bit stinky soup, so remember when you're eating it, put just a wee bit of smoked paprika, just because I put it in everything. Just remember, oh man, to brush your teeth afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to put that back on, and I'm going to let that simmer for probably about another 15 minutes or so. So I mean, this is something, make it while you're doing something else, you know. Sometimes I talk about multitasking, and multitasking doesn't work all the time because it means that we're not concentrating, we're not being mindful in something, we're trying to do too many things, and that can stress our brains out and our bodies, and we don't want that. So while what am I about to do? I'm about to go back to my Nigella book. There's ironing to do and I really can't be bothered. And I'm going to do some work stuff while that is on, and I will come back and I will show you the finished product. It pretty much is finished because the onions are cooked. I'm just going to bring it up to the boil, let the stock soak in, and then I'm going to eat it. See you in a minute. And we're back. I know it's hours later, but I've ended up making millions of things this afternoon. I've still got all my Scottish stovies for tomorrow night. Just minced potatoes, carrots and onions and stuff. I've made some oat bread, I've made some Christmas nuts, I made lots of things. Anyhow, you're back to look at the soup. And I have to say, it's lovely. So it might be a little bit more golden than some because obviously it's got the turmeric in it. But it tastes, excuse me, it tastes really, really, really lovely. You could serve this with, if you're trying to stay off wheaty bread, you could serve this with some seed crackers, which I have just made. I make seed crackers with my online ladies all the time and they love them. Or some oat bread. This is my fabulous oat bread. I'm just going to show you because people don't believe me with this. Can you see? So, looks like bread, got nuts on. That is literally Greek yogurt, oats, just plain porridge oats and some bicarbonate. And I've put in some flax seeds for extra good fats and I've put some seeds on top. So, amazing to serve with your soup. I like to dip. So nice. Excuse me. So, that's my dinner. So that soup can go in the freezer. So I've got the bowl. I've also got it in a glass dish. Actually, can you see the glass dish better? I want to bring it around. So it has got the, look at this. It's not very appetising there, is it? It is really nice, I promise you. Still haven't brushed my hair, by the way. Maybe tomorrow I'll actually, you know, try it properly. That soup can go in the freezer or the fridge. It'll last in the fridge for a couple of days, but no longer than that. It'll start to smell and the onions will go off. And also you want to keep as many of the nutrients as possible. And we're looking at this for the anti-inflammatories. I mean, I just love it. Anyway, the bread also, what I normally do with that, here's here. I'll show you. So, bring it round as well. Na, 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 na. Okay, that is my loaf of bread. I normally slice that up and I normally wrap it in some greaseproof paper, maybe 2 slices in each bit, and I put that in the freezer and it's brilliant. It comes out toasted. It's heavy. I once said that it was like Irish soda bread and then an Irish person went, it's nothing like Irish soda bread. I love her anyway. And she liked me. So, hi there, by the way. So yeah, so that can go in the freezer. You can just get these things made. Sorry, it is a bit chewy. I shouldn't eat it while I'm talking. Get these things made, get them in the freezer, and then you've got stuff ready. So the stuff ready for people coming over. I mean, tomorrow I'm thinking of cutting this a little bit thinner than I normally would, mixing up a little bit of Greek yogurt with horseradish sauce, and then putting a little bit of smoked salmon on top. Thinking about it as a kind of, you know, hors d'oeuvre thing, you know, people coming over. So you can use it for lots of different things. And if you're a real bread lover, but it doesn't like you, or I mean, to be honest, so many of the breads these days, they're just crap, aren't they? Not like the breads of the olden days. Anyhow, that's what you can do. So that's your soup. You saw how easy it was to make. I know it was hours ago, but it didn't take that long. It's just I've been doing other things. Okay? See you next time. Bye.